おはようございます。今日はカタカナ何ヌネのハヒフヘホを勉強します。You can find 何ヌネの in our classroom カナ book 33ページ。ビデオも見てください。カタカナ Lesson 5 on YouTube。これはなです。なは簡単です。It has two strokes, 1, 2, and it looks like the first part of hiragana na, so it's missing that other part there. Actually, this is a little over-exaggerated, that size there. But I also like to think of this one as the shape of a knife. So that's the point right there, and this is the handle. A word that has this in it is banana. Banana. Ni. Ni wa sugoku kantan desu. It's really easy. Ichi, ni. So you recognize this as the kanji for two, which is also read ni. So you can just double up on that. The kanji for two and the katakana for ni are exactly the same. So a word that we already know is tenisu. Te, if you recall from the previous video, is like a double layered table. Ni, of course, two, and then su, the soup coming out of the mouth. Nu. Nu looks suspiciously like soup, which is why our strategy for this is that it's still the shape of a mouth. Instead of soup dribbling down your chin, you have a noodle stuck in your teeth. And this one is two strokes. Ichi, ni. A word that we can read now would be canoe. Canoe. Notice this dash right here. This will appear in a lot of the example words. So that dash is how you represent a long vowel in katakana. In hiragana, we just double the vowel, but in katakana, we add a dash. Ne. Ne is probably the hardest katakana there is. So take a look at the stroke order. Ichi, ni, san, shi. So notice this does look a lot like fu though. And one of my students came up with this strategy. It looks like a cat's ear. So you got that top part there, then there's the ear itself, maybe a couple the neck or a couple hairs sticking out. So and then this is consistent with neko. So hopefully you don't get confused between hiragana ne and katakana ne because they're the same strategy. Only for this one it's just a part of the neko. So something we can read now is necktie. So notice how ku and ta look similar. They're only one stroke away from each other. これはのです. No looks a lot like so with the stitch, if you recall, and the needle that comes down goes that direction. But in this case, there is no dot. So no. And this one, the stroke goes down, so ichi comes down like this. Here's a word we haven't learned the P part, but piano. Piano. じゃあ読みましょうか. Go ahead and pause the video, see if you can read these words. Also see if you can figure out what these words are in English. Most of them are English. So the first one is sonata. Sonata. So a sonata. Tenisu. それからnano, as in nano blocks. Have you ever seen those Lego little blocks, nano blocks? Ainu. Ainu are an indigenous group in Hokkaido. Kenya. Kenya. それからquinoa, which is quinoa. Sauna. Sauna. So sauna. Nega. This is a shortened version of negative, as in when you have photos, the negatives. Kajino. This one's a tricky one because it doesn't really sound like the original word that much, so it's casino. Kune. I'll show you that on the next page. So here they all are again. And kune is winding or meandering. じゃあ書きましょうか. So take out a piece of paper, write down all of these words, and restart the video when you're ready to check your answer. So sonata is, remember, it's that sewing needle. So you have the stitch and the needle coming down. Na is the shape of a knife. And then ta is the necktie, I believe. That was our strategy. Tenisu, the two-layered table. Ni looks exactly like the kanji for ni. Su is a mouth with the soup dribbling over the edge. Nano would be na. And then remember, this is the one that doesn't have another stroke, so it's just one stroke, nano. Ainu. There's a, it's supposed to be a sideways a. I. Remember, this is supposed to be a capital I. Okay, but ignore that last bottom part. And then nu is the shape of a mouth with the noodle coming out, stuck in the teeth. Kenya. So you have ke, it's kind of like a K, a little bit of a twisted K. Ni, two, and a. Okay, kinua, ki, shape of a key. Nu, mouth with the noodle sticking out. A, sideways a. Sauna, remember backwards say. U, that looks like hiragana u. Na, shape of a knife. Nega, okay, so this is a tricky one. Ichi, ni, san, shi. Ne, ga. So our strategy for ne, remember, is the shape of the cat's ear. Kajino. Ka is easy, looks like hiragana ka. Ji, u. Remember this one? She looks up, 10-10. No, no stroke. Kune. Ku, cook's hat, I think it was. Ne. Okay, so think of those as maybe like ears or like, I don't know, this is the neck perhaps. Ku, that's not looking too good there, sorry. Ne. Okay. じゃあこれからハヒフヘホを勉強します。So let's take a look at hahihu heiho in the classroom カナブック35ページ。それからビデオも見てください。Katakana lesson 6 on YouTube. This is a really easy one. これははです。は looks like a hat, shape of a hat, but the top of the hat is open, so don't put them together. This is actually, incidentally, the kanji for 8 in Japanese, which is hachi. So perhaps you can remember this as the kanji for 8 as well, and the fact that 8, the word 8 starts with ha. So a word that is easy is hamu. And we don't know mu yet, but we'll learn it. Hi. これも簡単です. This is also easy. 1, 2, that's the stroke order. And it looks like he's sitting down or he sat down. So just a little pictograph of somebody sitting down with their arms stretched out. And this one, this word, kohi. So notice again, we have long vowels here represented by a dash. And ko, remember, is the shape of a square coin. Fu. So this, actually, we've seen this in lots of different ones. We see it in su, we see it in nu, we see it in ne, actually, so if you recognize that. So all of those have that shape. It's a very common shape in katakana. So fu, I often think of it as the shape of your mouth as you say fu, or as you blow some air or something like hu. And this is one of my students' drawings. She thought this looked like a little funny owl. So a word that has fu in is shifto. Remember, she looks up, fu for the shape of the mouth or the owl, and then to for the totem pole. He, how lucky. He looks exactly like hiragana he, the pile of hay. And a word that has it in is herushi. We don't know do yet, but we recognize she, and this is the long vowel. Ho, ho is not so PC, sort of like the totem pole, using sort of sacred objects, but we're just trying to remember, we're not trying to denigrate any particular group, but this looks like a holy cross. So there's the cross, and then these are the sort of rays of light coming out of the cross. So you have ichi, ni, san, shi. And oddly enough, if you put a little top up here that looks like this, which represents grass growing in the ground or a plant, that is the kanji for ocha or tea. Ocha. So here's a word, hoteru. Again, we don't know do yet. We'll come up to that one next time. But hoteru. Just like the H1 hiragana, if you add a dakuten or a ten-ten, you get not H but B. So ha to ba, so ha hi hu he ho becomes ba bi bu be bo. Similarly, if you add a maru or handakuten, you get ha hi hu he ho becomes pa pi pu pe po. じゃあ皆さん読みましょうか. Go ahead and pause the video. See if you can read these words and see if you can figure out what these words are in English. This is the only one right here. It's an onomatopoeia. And remember that katakana is used for those types of words, so those are technically Japanese. The first one we can't read because we don't know this second katakana, but this next word we can read. Bosu, boss. Pizza. This is an easy one. Pizza. Shifuto, shifto, meaning shift. Kohi. Remember about the long vowel here? Coffee. Besuto, best, as in besto friendo toka. This one's just by itself. Hey. Paipu, pipe. Video, video. Tesuto, testo. And then dabu, which means sort of plump or squishy. Hoteru, hotel. Pesuto, which oddly enough is from pestilence, which invokes the bubonic plague or the Black Plague. And then this is basu, so bus. And here they all are with their meanings. じゃあ書きましょうか. Go ahead and pause the video. See if you can write these out on a piece of paper. Test yourself with the strategies you remember, and then check your answers. So, hamu. Okay, we can't do mu, but we could do ha. And then this is actually mu right here. Hamu. Bosu. So the holy cross with the rays coming out. Su, the shape of the mouth with the soup dribbling down. Pi. Pi is he's sitting down. And then za is the opposite of sei, and 10-10 here. Shifto, she's looking up. Fu, shape of your mouth as you say fu. To, the totem pole. Kohi, shape of a coin. It's nobasu here. That's nobasu is what I call the dash, nobasu. He, right, he's sitting down with his arms out. And then another nobasu. Besuto. So he, the pile of hay. Su with the soup running down. To, the totem pole. Oops, that looks a little funny. Should be more like this. He, pile of hay. Pipe. So pa is that hat with the open top. Pu is fu, shape of your mouth. Video. Aya. Be, sitting down. He's sitting down. De, the double layered table. And then oh, we haven't seen that for a while. What is our thing for oh? The open window. No, the broken window. Ooh, what's our other mnemonic? I forget. Te, table. Su, soup running down. To, totem pole. Dabu dabu. So da is the shape of the ta, which is what? Necktie. Bu is fu, 10-10. You're just going to repeat that. Hoteru, the Holy Cross with the rays coming out. Te, double te, ru. That's a little long right there. Oh, we don't know ru. So actually it's kangaroo legs is the strategy for that one. Pesto. This is just like besto, pile of hay. Soup, soup running out. Totem pole. Basu, shape of the hat with a 10-10. And then su.